Hi, this Python billing system I developed earlier on, so I just feel I should share it with you guys. Let me show you guys how it works. Okay, now we can enter, let's say we want 5 meters and 6 meters of fabric, maybe blind 9, and supposing we want home delivery of 2 items, we can enter whatever amount of item we want delivered. So all you just need to do is to click on the total there, and right here you get the amount of each item that each item costs. Okay, and we also have calculator here. You can use that to verify most of your purchase. Then the other thing is on this system we have a reset button. I also have sales reference. The sales reference is used in case the sales assistants forgetting clicking on this. Okay, so when you click on total, you get that. Then we have a exit button. So what I will do now is click on the exit, and what you say is you get a dialog box that asks you to confirm if you want to exit the system. If you click on no, you're back onto the system, and supposing you click on yes, you're back into the system. So what I will do now is go to file, new project, and we'll start a fresh new project. So the first thing we do is let's start by importing as follows. From ticking term, import all of the necessary components. I'm going to use random, so I might as well import the random library as well. Import random. Then I want to need my time, import that. I also need date and time there. Next thing, let's give that a name. I'm just going to call it root. Okay, equals tk, and the root dot geometry, just setting the size of my app. Okay, I'm going to make that 1350 by 650 plus 0 coordinate. Let's close that there. Alright, so let's give it a title dot billing system title. Then the title will be to be known as billing systems. Okay, let me close my system here and ask it to loop there. So if I run this now, what you guys will see is just an ordinary frame, but let's save it and run it first. You guys, then you see what will happen. So I'll just call that billing systems. Save. Okay, run it. That's what you get. Just an ordinary frame. Okay, so let's start with the rest of the coding. Okay, the first thing is let's define the frame. So I'm going to call this the top frame. Okay, now I'm calling the frame object that I intend to use, and this frame will be inside the root, which is the app. And then let's say width equals there. So that's the first part of it. So if I save and run, you just see a frame there right at the top. Okay, that is it. Can you see the frame? Right. Then the next thing is, let me define another frame right at the bottom. So I'm going to copy that, just paste it there, and just change these to, let me just call it F1 because I'll be using a lot of this. I'll call that F1, and I'll change the width. Let's change that to 900, and the height 650. Okay, and let's position this to the left. Alright, I'm going to need another one. I will call that F2. Okay, and the width of F2 will be 400, and let's make that 444. Okay, yeah, that's about right. File, let's save it and just run it and see. Right there, so I have my frame defined already. So right here I'll enter my calculator, but I still need to divide this very frame right there. Okay, then the next thing I want to do is let's define some other frames. I'm going to copy this very one itself. Maybe let me paste that underneath there. Okay, I'm going to call that frame F1A. Let's use lowercase F1A. Alright, F1A will be inside frame F1. I suppose you are following. And I just need to reduce that. I'll leave the width as 900 and the height change that to 330. Now let's go for another frame. Okay, all I've just done is copy and paste. The next one is F2A right there. Inside frame F2A, change the width here to the height to 320, and the height remained the same as 900. Now frame F1A, let's change that to top. The side is top. Frame F2A, change that to bottom right there. That is taken care of. Now inside these two frames there's going to be other frames, but let's run this first. Okay, this is how the framework looks like. Now I need to divide this and this into two before we can continue with the program. Alright, let's define other frames right underneath there. So inside frame F1A, let me just copy it anyway. I will define another frame, so I'll call that frame F1AA. There. Then there will be another one called frame F1AB. That's B. Both frames are inside frame F1A. Now the size, change that size to 400, and the width, change that the width to 400, and the height, let's change that to 430. And the same thing applies to this, and 400 as well. Alright, and this will be left while this will be right there. So let's save and run. Right there, guys, can you see it? So we need to repeat exactly the same thing for this very frame here now. Okay, close that, close that. Now we're making progress. Need more room. Okay, so that you guys can see it. Alright, the next one, let's go for frame F2A right here. I'll enter frame F2A, paste that underneath there, and I'll change the name to frame F2AA. Frame F2AA will be inside frame F2A. The height, the width will be 450, the height will be 330. Okay, now let's have a look at the position. Yeah, we should position it to the left. Right, so let's copy that and complete the right hand side one. That will be frame F2B. Place the B there in lowercase, and the height and width stays the same. Yeah. Okay, let me just get rid of this, copy that and paste it right below here. Those are the two main frames anyway, and these are the dividers right here. All of these down here are the dividers. These are the two main frames. Okay, I guess you guys can see the codes, so let's run it now and see how the system looks like. Right there, that's how it looks like. You can see this is divided into two, and this one is divided into two as well. There's two main frames there, one, the top one, and 1, 2. These two, those are the two I have on the system. Okay, now on the very top frame here, let's enter a label there. So the name of my label will be LBL info equals label. That's the widget I intend to use. Is right to display the following content right inside the frame at the top, or the top frame. Okay, then I need the font. Let's go for Arial. You can change it to whatever font you want, and I'll just make the size, let's make that 60, and bold as well. There. Now, text that I want inside it, let's go for let's enter some space there. And just go for online billing systems. Let's put some more space there. Close that. Then let's say the border equals 10. Right, and maybe anchor it. Let's anchor it to somewhere. Anchor equals, let's make that W, and just close that. Then we also need to assign it to a grid. Dot grid, and that will be in row 0, column 0 anyway, 0, and that is all there is to the heading or the title. So if I run it, let's see, save and run. Okay, let's see what the error might be. Info is not defined. Let's see what I did wrong. Alright, there's an R here. Get rid of that. Run it now. And right there. Okay, so maybe I should find a way of extending this a little bit more. Let's move the space here, save and run. Yeah, that's fine. Get rid of one more space there, and that should do it. Alright, okay, so the next thing we want to do now is let's create some objects. In fact, let's create the calculator interface first. So I'll start by, let me just break that and just enter calculator here and take it down. Alright, for the calculator I will start with the display. Let me go for txt display. Okay, equals entry. So we use the widget called entry, and that will be inside frame number 2, this very frame. Now I'm now using this very frame, and frame 2 should actually be on the right. Okay, that should be right, not left. Let me just copy that and paste it in there. There. Okay. Let's save. No, it's not gonna work yet. Okay. Let's just comment that out. Save and run. Alright. Just to be on the safe side. Okay, then let's continue with the design of the interface. Now we need, let me get this text and just change that to maybe 20. That's the font set. Then the text variable equals, I'm going to call it text input, comma, and the border 40, that might be too much. Insert width equals 6, comma, and let's justify it. Justify equals right. Close that. Now we need to grade it. Let's paste it there and dot grid, and that will be okay. Let it span, column span equals 4, so that should give me 4 rows, 4 columns really. So that is my display. So if I run my system now, let's see what happened. There's a comma missing there. That's it. Run it now. Okay, there's another error. Okay, text input is not defined. Let's copy that and just define that somewhere here, maybe up here or underneath here. I can put up my variables here somewhere. Yeah, that's that. It is now defined. Okay, then run that. Okay, there's one more thing. Alright. Okay, let's just continue anyway. Okay, this is the error right there. Maybe move, or take it back there, that's fine. Alright, the error, that was the error. There's an N missing there. So let's run it again. And right there, so that's my display. Okay, so let's close that, and now we need to create some buttons. Okay, I'm going to start with btn body 7 equals button, and inside frame 2, and the pattern equals maybe 16, and part y equals 16 as well. then border equals 8, and then font color, make that black. Okay, and font, make that 20. Copy, paste. What else do I need? Comma. Then the text on it, let that be number 7. Comma. Then command, in this case, I'll leave out the command for now. Let's just close that. Then dot grail, that will be row equals 1 and column equals 1 as well. Now that will be column 0. Let's make that 0. Yeah, column equals 0. Close that. Alright, so let's run it and see what I've just done. There, that's the button right there. Okay, I can just copy this now. Copy, paste. So those are the 4, and that'll be 1, 2, and 3. So this is 8, 9, and the text content inside here is 8, 9, and this will be the plus. Right, this will be button plus, btn plus. Okay, Control S, press F5, and there. So I'll now speed that up and get back to you guys. Okay, guys, those are the calculator codes right here. Though it's not doing anything yet, it's just for the framework itself. So let me show it to you, show you what we've done so far. So up here we import as follows, then that's the name, and those are the frames that were defined. This is my title, and right here the variable for the display, and here I have all my buttons for the calculator created. So if I run it now, let's run it. Now you see right there, guys. Okay, with that I'll call it the end of the very first part of this tutorial. I'll see you guys in the second part so that we can work on this one.